Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear as of this moment.
Be sued, and I say will be because nothing has been filed yet, by at least 120 people in the next 30 days.
So the Combs family is no stranger to controversy, but the latest drama surrounding King Combs, the 26-year-old son of Diddy Combs, has taken the internet by storm. A lawsuit filed by Gray Marcoux has set off a wave of debate, with many predicting that an arrest could be on the way. The accusations against King Charles aren't just legal, they could completely shake the carefully built image of the Combs family. The details are shocking, involving claims of physical aggression, misconduct, and
If you're just joining us here, was just arrested and taken into federal custody in New York tonight. Sources tell TMZ Homeland Security swooped into a Midtown hotel late Monday where Diddy was staying, and they arrested him.
It all began with what was supposed to be a relaxing day on the water. Graham Marai, an experienced professional in the luxury yachting industry, joined the crew of a yacht chartered by Diddy in July 2022. The trip was advertised as a family-friendly outing, but according to her lawsuit, that couldn't have been further from the truth. Grace described the situation as chaotic and filled with behavior that made her feel deeply uncomfortable. The perfect image of the event was a front. She claimed that things quickly turned unsettling, with guests acting in ways more suited to wild, unrestrained parties. It wasn't just a regular workday for her and the crew, they were allegedly put in an unsafe and hostile environment. In her lawsuit, Grace paints a disturbing picture of King Charles' actions that evening. She says he took an inappropriate interest in her, making her feel uncomfortable from the start. According to Grace, King pressured her to drink, and when she tried to refuse, things got worse. She alleges that he grabbed her arm, physically stopping her from leaving the area. She describes this as the moment the situation turned into a nightmare that still affects her today. What began as unwanted attention allegedly escalated into intimidation.
It brings into context our whole system of innocent until proven guilty. Why is he not being given bond? And we can debate that all day long. Of all people that's unlikely to flee or get away, well, he's got the resources to flee, but he's so recognizable. And isn't he innocent until proven guilty? Well, yeah, but we have to recognize there are degrees of innocent until proven guilty.
One of the most distressing parts of Grace's story is what she says happened next. She claims that King cornered her in a private room, trapping her and making it impossible for her to escape. It was here that he allegedly became even more aggressive. Just when things seemed about to escalate further, another person entered the room, giving Grace a chance to leave. But she said the emotional and physical damage had already been done. The aftermath of that night, according to Grace, has been devastating. She says the incident destroyed her career in the yachting industry, a field she had worked in since 2018. She alleges that she was left with bruises and emotional scars that led to the collapse of her long-term relationship. Her partner, she says, couldn't handle seeing the impact the ordeal had on her, both mentally and physically. Losing her relationship was just one of many consequences. Grace claims that her mental health suffered so badly that she needed intensive therapy. She even said that her deep depression almost stopped her from participating in her sister's wedding, an event she had been looking forward to.
Spoken out amidst everything that is happening right now. Janice Small Combs provided a statement to some outlets via her attorney. So she starts off by saying it's very heartbreaking to see her son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies.
As Grace's allegations started to surface earlier this year, the C family's legal team quickly moved to challenge her claims. Aaron Dyer, the lawyer representing both King and Diddy, issued a statement dismissing the lawsuit as baseless. He suggested it was part of a pattern of fabricated lawsuits filed by Grace's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn. Dyer didn't hold back, accusing Blackburn of filing cases not for justice, but for publicity, aiming to pressure high-profile individuals into quick settlements. He also pointed to a recent reprimand Blackburn received from a federal judge, who had criticized him for using the court system to generate media.
Diddy would be throwing all his celebrity mates under the bus.
I mean, that could potentially be coming when it's time for court and when it's time for him to testify. But what we're seeing right now is how important public relations really are to Sean Combs. He's desperately trying to control the narrative behind bars, allowing his attorneys to do documentaries.
But the public isn't so quick to dismiss Grace's story. Many have pointed out the similarities between the accusations against King Combs and the long history of legal issues surrounding his father, Diddy. Once a giant in the music industry, Diddy is now facing his own serious legal battles, including federal charges of misconduct, exploitation, and other disturbing crimes. These charges have cast a dark shadow over his family, and King's lawsuit seems to only strengthen the belief that the Combs family's empire may be built on shaky moral ground. Legal experts are now weighing in, suggesting that the lawsuit against King might be just the beginning. Some speculate that it could uncover a pattern of behavior not only within King's life, but also within the broader culture of excess and entitlement that allegedly surrounds the Combs family. If the allegations turn out to be true, it could be a major turning point in how the
bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
Adding fuel to the fire are the rumors about Diddy trying to control the narrative. Insiders have suggested that Diddy has been working behind the scenes to protect his son from the fallout of the lawsuit. Some even claim he's tried to influence witnesses and suppress damaging evidence. While these rumors haven't been confirmed, they echo similar accusations Diddy is facing in his own legal troubles. The idea that the family patriarch might be advising his son on how to handle a crisis only raises more doubts about the Combs family's integrity. As for King Combs, he has stayed quiet about the allegations, leaving his lawyers to manage the public response. But his silence hasn't stopped the speculation. Some insiders believe he may try to settle the case quietly to protect his reputation.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes,
new.
there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
The timing of this lawsuit couldn't be worse for the Combs family. With Diddy already behind bars and awaiting trial, the family's reputation is under intense scrutiny. King's legal troubles only add to the growing narrative of a family in crisis, struggling to keep their empire intact amid increasing accusations. The similarities between father and son are hard to ignore, and many are beginning to question whether King's actions reflect the environment he was raised in. Is this a case of history repeating itself, or is King just a scapegoat caught in a larger drama beyond his control? The lawsuit has also sparked a renewed conversation about power dynamics and accountability in the world of the rich and powerful. Grace's story serves as a harsh reminder of how those in positions of power can allegedly exploit those who work for them, often leaving deep emotional scars. Her bravery in coming forward has been praised by advocates, who see her case as As the legal drama continues to unfold, one thing is certain: the Combs family is at a crossroads. The allegations against King Combs are more than just a personal crisis, they reflect a larger narrative that could consume the entire family. For years, Diddy and his children have carefully crafted an image of success, resilience, and unity, but now that image is under attack, and the cracks are starting to show, the question remains: how far will they go to protect their legacy? And what will it cost them? The coming weeks will be pivotal in determining the outcome of this case. Will King Combs face arrest, as some insiders predict? Will Grace's story hold up under legal scrutiny, or will it be dismissed as another sensationalized accusation against a powerful family?
Yo, Diddy sons, y'all need to leave LA. Y'all need to go to Utah or somewhere. Go somewhere and hide until your daddy get these legal problems over. Well, yeah, y'all be all right, because 2 of y'all gonna be in jail by Christmas as well. Definitely you, Christian, because you think you too tough.
The Combs family's troubles are far from over. With King Combs now at the center of a growing scandal, all eyes are on how he and his family will respond. Once seen as untouchable, their empire is now under threat. Diddy's legal issues sparked the downfall, but the lawsuit against King may be the event that causes it all to collapse. As rumors and lawsuits pile up, it's clear this is no longer just about one family member's mistakes, it's about a legacy falling apart under the weight of its secrets.
So yesterday, Monday, Diddy celebrated his 55th birthday, but this year was a lot different. It was no Diddy parties. It was none of that. None of that stuff. Well, happily, so I guess right now. But anyway, so this is his first birthday behind bars.
The Combs family's empire, built on music, fashion, and branding, is increasingly seen as being fueled by darker practices. Diddy's federal charges for racketeering and exploitation cast a long shadow, and now King Combs' legal troubles seem to fit a troubling pattern within the family. With Diddy in jail awaiting trial, the timing of the lawsuit against his son only strengthens the perception of a reckless, entitled culture. Rumors suggest Diddy is using his influence from behind bars to protect his children, particularly King, by suppressing evidence, pressuring witnesses, and coaching him through the accusations.
If they did in fact occur, their argument is more than likely going to be that this activity was consensual, that this person was a willing participant, and not only that, but that these individuals assumed the risk of being present at those parties, of engaging and voluntarily engaging in conduct and being in those spaces, consuming alcohol, and things of that nature.
But if Diddy's legal troubles are only the beginning. The lawsuit against King Combs has sparked speculation about the future of the Combs family, with Grace's allegations shedding light on deeper power dynamics. Her case could encourage others to come forward, potentially causing a wave of legal and PR issues for the family. Despite Diddy's legal team dismissing the claims, rumors swirl that he's been attempting to control the narrative from jail. Leaked reports suggest a phone call between Diddy and King, where Diddy allegedly guided his son to cover up evidence, fueling further speculation about his influence even behind bars.
Hey, real quickly, all that commissary stuff, he's not getting any of that because people in the shoe have an abbreviated list. So he's out of luck. No stake for him. Yeah, he is on suicide watch. This guy thought he would have went home. All of a sudden, he didn't get bond. Remember, the first night that he was there, he was like an old...
The allegations against King Combs are already impacting the Combs family's business empire. Diddy's brand, spanning music, fashion, and spirits, is facing challenges as partners quietly pull away, worried about the backlash. Longtime collaborators are reconsidering their ties, fearing damage to their reputations. The family's once pristine image of success and unity is now shattered. Fans are questioning if their success came at the expense of others, and social media is flooded with disappointment and anger. Hashtags related to the lawsuits have trended repeatedly, with thousands sharing their views.
To the latest on the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs. This one has so many people talking. The disgraced music mogul facing federal racketeering, conspiracy, and trafficking charges. Both the prosecution and defense teams are set to discuss the next phase of action following the indictment, as investigators work to determine potential co-conspirators. But how...
The Combs family's public image is in stark contrast to the serious allegations against them. King Combs appears to be the rising star, but Grace's lawsuit paints a picture of entitlement and abuse of power, leading fans to question how much of their image is real. Behind the scenes, tensions are rising. While Diddy's children publicly support him, insiders say there are disagreements about how to handle the scandal, with some pushing for an aggressive defense and others opting for a low profile. These internal divisions could complicate an already delicate situation.
What prosecutors were arguing is not only does your client pose a flight risk, because obviously he's incredibly wealthy, has access to planes and a lot of staff, even though you said he turned over his passport to you months ago, they were also worried about him being able to interfere with witnesses and calling them.
The Combs family's troubles have sparked a larger conversation about accountability in the entertainment industry. Critics argue that the allegations against Diddy and King Combs reflect a widespread issue, where powerful figures act with impunity, protected by their wealth and influence. Grace Mariah's decision to speak out has been praised as courageous, encouraging others to challenge misconduct, but it also highlights the challenges faced by those taking on powerful families like the Combs dynasty. For Diddy, the stakes are enormous. His trial, set for May 2025, is expected to be one of the most high-profile in years. If convicted, he could face decades behind bars, ending his career and impacting his family's future. While Diddy maintains his innocence, the growing number of lawsuits and accusations is making it harder for him to control the narrative.
In the public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
King Combs' legal battle is just starting, and if the lawsuit continues, it could expose more damaging details, potentially involving other members of the Combs family. With public scrutiny rising, the pressure to address the allegations is mounting. Whether King will fight in court or settle remains unclear. The Combs family's situation is a cautionary tale about unchecked power. Once untouchable, their influence is now being challenged as allegations and legal battles intensify. The question remains, will the Combs dynasty survive, or is this the end of one of hip-hop's most iconic...
with the old Houdini. So what Diddy's lawyers are trying to do is pull a Houdini. They're trying to say that the evidence that they have is different. Well, it's not different. The video that the entire world has seen is not going to go away. The fact that he had parties that were freak-offs is not going away. So it's just a question of whether or not Diddy is able to make bonds.
As the drama continues to unfold, one thing is clear, the Combs family's story is far from over. With Diddy's trial approaching, King Combs' lawsuit gaining traction, and new allegations surfacing regularly, this saga shows no signs of slowing down. While the family fights to protect their legacy, the public is left wondering what other secrets might be exposed and how long they can keep up their carefully crafted image. Leave your comments below and share your thoughts on these shocking revelations. Stay tuned for more jaw-dropping